Okay, we're live again. My name is Sonny May Cry, and we're back on Minecraft. Back on the craft for one more adventure. Um, Last time I built this beautiful house, and I successfully exterminated life on this island. Unfortunately, it's been about 2 days, so that's plenty of time for life to resume as if nothing happened. So I have to enact my will against these poor innocent creatures yet again, because they defy their master. Um, this time I'm gonna try to get. If I don't end this video with iron today, bro, I'm just not. I'm quitting the series for good. Like, I have plenty of time now. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on because I do have to study for finals. I can't just not study. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get iron today, and preferably some coal too. I guess coal should be first in line, but I need iron more than coal, even though I have neither. Maybe I do need coal. Okay, I'm gonna try to get coal. Um, Last time I was watching that video back, and first of all, they smacked me up, bruh. Those monsters were kicking my ass. I ended up prevailing in the end, cause I'm pure of heart. But like, they was giving me the works. They were giving me the business. So that's why I want iron so bad. I need to put some torches around too. That's why I need coal, and on my house, and I need to build a roof. But I can't build a roof until these trees grow back. Some madman cut them all down, if you were wondering. I mean, I think it was for a good cause, but I don't really know. I don't know who it was. This okay? We're gonna we're gonna spread these out a little bit. I don't want it like on my path to my house. I feel like they're out of the way enough. It's a very pretty. Do you mind? This is a very pretty flower bed I have here. I'm gotta get one more look at beauty before I go back to the mines. Okay, so this video is gonna be mostly mining. Actually, this is my favorite thing to do in Minecraft is to mine, because I'm not very creative when it comes to building. So I be in the mines. I be mining. I craft too, but I'm more focused on mining. I'm a mining kind of guy. Actually, I meant to pull up some little things. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. See, this happens a lot, and when you're met with something like this, it's important not to panic or be alarmed. Right? I'm not alarmed. I'm not panicked. I'm chilling. Okay, so this is what you do. Okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? All right. So it's clear to me that this isn't working. We're gonna. Oh, I forgot I could get in the water. It's not poisonous to me. Okay, come on. Does this go anywhere? Uh-oh. No, the cave is entirely underwater. And I need some air, so yeah, I'm just gonna take a pit stop here. I don't want to lose where I was. Oh! Here it is. Okay, I'm noticing it's taking a little bit long. That's okay though. Again, I'm pure of heart, so these things just happen naturally for a guy like me. Are you seeing any more iron? I'm not. Oh, yes there is. Okay. I need a new pickaxe too. That's all. Okay. Alright, so I got two pieces of iron. Some might call it a bit misguided. Oh, there's some coal. Okay, it's worth it. Oh shit, am I gonna die? I'm not gonna die. Look, I'm the man. Okay, so that's why I'm not gonna die. Do I have enough air to make it all the way over there? And if not, okay, no, I don't. Alright, that's good to know. That's a good thing to know. So I come over here and I break some of these down. I get a magma block of my own. This is my air forever. Your name is Airy. Why am I not moving? Dude, I'm gonna die. Okay. Alright, we're going back. See, this is the ingenious that brought me my fame and fortune in the first place, right? Look at this. Now I build right here, and now I have free air for life, dude. I'm set. And I get some of this coal too, and there's a lot of it. I'm seeing there's a lot of coal here. Don't really like to see that, but wait, why am I not getting air? I was about to say, did I get ripped off? The guy I bought it from said there was air for miles. Alright, this is taking quite a bit of time, so I'm gonna pivot my focus to this iron so I can invest in better materials. I think I'm gonna move the house, even though I literally just finished building it. I realized that the location isn't really conducive to a happy life. If you catch my drift, like the environment is like really hostile. I feel like the animals don't like me that much. Not to mention the locations. Like I can't even, like I'm 2 miles away from the nearest grocery store. How am I supposed to live my life? How am I supposed to feed my kids if I don't even have access to food readily, right? Did I say 2 miles? I meant 2 kilometers. Did I say kilometers? I meant light years. Not to mention the fucking animals outside are not doing anything to help me defend my base. Like here I am, I'm providing for the whole group. I'm taking one for the team here, and I'm being met with honestly disdain. It feels like they hate me. I'm not gonna go outside. Oh, look who it is. You came to say sorry, huh? Yeah. It's too late for that now. Get out of my house. Out. Don't look at me like that. Get out. Out. Don't make me do this. Don't make me hit you. I don't even want to look at your face. And stay out. You know what? Just for this, I don't even know if this is your kid, but okay, I have no business with you. And I just threw a blue egg at the floor. I meant to throw one of these. I don't know. I mean, I have 5 of his maybe kids. I'm gonna save these, actually. I'm not gonna waste any more. I can make you beds. And the spiders are killing themselves. Okay. This is a must. Isn't it iron pick? I don't know what that means. I've never understood if that's like a reference. Okay. If that's a reference or what, but I have no idea what that means. I mean, it must be a reference to something, but I have no clue. It feels like I should be talking about something very pressing right now. Oh, I meant to record this video the day after, but you know, every time I record a video, I feel that high of like I just did something, so I reward myself with time spent doing nothing, and that's probably one of my worst habits is like doing something and then rewarding myself for doing something with not doing anything. And I don't know if that's indicative of a bigger problem, but like sometimes I just don't want to do anything. So when I do something, it's like I did it, and I need a reward to keep myself motivated. Anyways, that is to say, I'm recording today because I think since Monday, I've been thinking about what to record after, because I don't like recording the same game 2 times in a row. I only really did it for Undertale because it was easier to record that and instead of like talking or doing something else, because I really don't know what I want for this channel entirely. Like I know what I'm doing it for. This channel, if you don't know, shit, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. If you don't know, this channel is not really to be a YouTuber per se. Like obviously, if I can make money off of this, that would be fire. But like at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for money. It's more so like Actually, you know what? I don't think I ever did make a video about it. I think I meant to, but I never did. Um, when I was younger, like much younger, I think I was what 16. No, I was 14. I was 14 turning 15, or maybe 15 turning. No, I was 14 turning 15 when I got my computer. Right, I got it for my 14th birthday. This computer I'm using right now, and that time in my life was like after I got the computer. Honestly, things started getting kind of bad for me mentally. I won't get into the details right now because, I'm in a better place, and I feel like I'm starting to move away from that in like an active way. Like I'm living my life differently. I'm doing things I never thought I would be doing back then, right now. And it feels great. So I don't mean to like ignore that time in my life by not saying anything. It's more like that would reopen some memories that like I'm not really ready to unpack. Like I was real life depressed with something, and the circumstances made it all worse. The point is, in that time in my life, I really thought it was over for me. Like I had this, wow, I had this idea where I was gonna like record videos, not every day, like but semi consistently for a year, and then if my life didn't get better in a year, I would. Can I say? I don't know if I can say kill myself, but I was gonna. I mean, I said it. I was gonna kill myself if my life didn't get better after 1 year, and I would like make videos. I was planning on making videos documenting my life and like trying to get improve. Because again, I don't take kindly to traditional means of motivation. That doesn't really work on me. Um, but yeah, that was the main idea I had when doing that was I wanted to preserve this moment in my life where I am feeling this way, unhappy. And then over time I can see how much progress I've made when I eventually, things get better. And of course that never happened because I wasn't even sometimes I didn't even leave the bed for whole days on end. And that was a very major point in my life. I'm pretty sure the reason I'm the way I am right now is because of that. So, I mean, if you don't like me, you can thank the period in my life where what the fuck was that? Okay, I'm cursed. But yeah, if you don't like me, you can thank the period of my life where I was thinking about killing myself every day for shaping me into the man I am. Uh, yeah. But that doesn't really have anything to do with right now. That's just preamble to say that in this channel, in the creation and the production of this channel, and the videos that I make, I want that idea to live on through what I'm doing right now. Like I want to preserve this moment or this time in my life so I could see it later on and like look back on it hopefully fondly and like show people this is what I was like in college. Like I would have loved to have that for when I was, because I was technically, no, I was in college back then, but I was high school age. I would have loved to have that back then because apparently I was the funniest nigga on the planet, and I don't understand where that comes from because I don't think I'm that funny. Obviously, you could be the judge because you're watching me right now. Like if you laughed, like the video, I guess, I don't know, but I never really thought I was particularly like, I only thought I was funny because people said it was funny. Like I don't think the things that I say whenever people laugh are like humorous to me. I don't mean for them to be humorous necessarily. It's more like I don't know. I don't mean to be funny. That's the point. And sometimes people they see it as like sarcasm. Like they see me as like I'm really sarcastic. I don't take things seriously, or stuff like that. And I, if you know me in person, I mean I guess that depends on who you are. But whenever I'm serious, you know when I'm serious. At least I thought you knew when I was serious. Like I don't mean to be unserious ever. basically, unless like the situation calls for a less serious vibe. Then obviously I'm not gonna be a hard ass, but like typically I say shit seriously and I mean it. So when people say that I'm really sarcastic or I don't take shit seriously or I'm just funny all the time, that really it digs deep because that just tells me either you really think I don't take anything seriously or what I'm saying to you is like you're not taking what I'm saying seriously, so you think I'm joking by saying it. And honestly, I don't really care which one's worse because like neither of them are good. So trying to compare which one is worse is pointless to me. But I mean, as you are watching this video, hopefully you know when I'm serious and when I'm not. There's not really anything to be serious about playing this game, but I don't know. When I talk about serious shit, I'm serious. I'm being serious. Like I can make jokes about it and still be serious about what I'm saying. I think that's the disconnect that some people have is like you can't be serious while also having a lighthearted tone. That is a major character flaw in my opinion. Like if you don't know when to lighten the mood during a serious topic, and now I'm not talking about cracking a joke when there's actual real life serious shit happening. I'm saying like if I'm talking about politics, right? If I'm talking like, oh my god, that world is literally going to end because of something, and the fact that I can't even say that I can't even pose like a hypothetical reason as to why the world might be ending because they're all valid. Anyways, like obviously I can crack jokes about it and be like, I mean, yeah, the world's ending, but I was gonna kill myself anyways. But some people would, granted, some people would take that seriously, but that doesn't really need to be taken seriously because, I mean, I am, but you can't really do anything about it. You, a viewer sitting at home, and more importantly, like, what does it even matter to you? Unless you think I'm funny, then thank you. It means a lot, but I mean, oh shit. Was it? It dropped 2 eggs. This shit just laid an egg. I didn't mean to hit you if you're, I mean, you're not pregnant. I can hit you. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh, back to the back to the purpose of the channel. I do realize that sometimes I can take a lighthearted tone to the point where it's not apparent if I'm being serious or not, and I try to avoid that whenever I can, because usually when I take shit seriously, it annoys me to high heaven when people don't take me seriously in general, but especially when I want to be serious or taken serious. But yeah, the reason I made the channel is so that I can have like memories. Like the reason I mostly upload videos of me talking is because I want to have like a point in my life documented where I can tell you everything I'm doing and like what I'm thinking and stuff. Cause that's not something that's very common, especially now. In this day and age, it's honestly crazy that that's not more common. I feel like everybody, maybe you don't need to post it on the internet. You probably shouldn't be posting it on the internet, actually. I'm doing it because I want to. And I understand everything that comes with that. But yeah, like, if you're not getting it on video, the shit that you're doing, or at least, like, pictures, right? You need to be... And this is the one regret that I have the most. Probably my biggest regret of that time period is not really how I was living, because I wasn't myself back then. So I can't really blame myself for doing the things that I did, saying the things that I said, acting the way that I did. Like, I feel I will take the blame for that, obviously, but me personally, like, I'm holding myself accountable. I understand what I did wrong, but I also understand that I wasn't in my right mind doing those things, so I don't take it too hard on myself in the context of my own life. Like, I know people, some shit that I said will not be forgotten, and that's just the way it is. Like if I'm forgiven, then it's really a blessing. But I don't expect to be forgiven. I don't live as if I am forgiven just because I forgive myself. Oh shit, an igloo. Yeah, I don't live expecting to be forgiven. You just have to accept that that's the way things were, and you've changed, or I've changed. I'm talking about myself. Um, I just accept that that's the way things were. I didn't make any real change in my own life, so I have myself to blame for it to begin with. Um, and then just move on from there. Of course, I feel bad, but I mean, at the end of the day, what's done is done. But yeah, I really wish I got that time in my life on camera because, like, first of all, the shit that I was saying, I have like clips and stuff. It's high key funny. I can't even lie. Like I laugh at my old clips because it's just so ridiculous, the things that I was saying. But also people told me, like, cause I talked about my own mental state with friends, close friends that I had online, cause I didn't go outside. And they told me, like, yeah, I like I would really hate to see you die, obviously, because that's not ever something you want to see. But one person told me, and this was when I moved to Florida. So this girl was real, like she was a real person, in the real world. She had said, right? I don't mean my online friends are real people too, okay, and I've met them in person. We just haven't spoken in person in almost 10 years. So that's why I say they're not real. They do exist. They are real people. I'm not I'm not trying to be like funny when I say that. That's just offhanded. I just thought of that. I don't know. Anyways, this girl had told me, like, mind you, this is my first time even speaking to this person. Like, I think in our first conversation, we got really deep, and I was basically trauma dumping about my life and like saying all the shit that sucked about it. And I was saying, like, I think about, ending my life often, and it feels like nobody would really even miss me if I did. And her response was, well, I had said something else after. I think I had said to this person I just met, like, would you miss me if I died? And she kept it real. She was like, no. Not because I don't know you, but because that was a choice that you made. You decided that's what you wanted to do with your life. And to feel any opposition to that would be disrespecting your own autonomy as a person. So, yeah, that stuck with me for a long time. I think that right there on its own, I think that formed the crux of my ideology, of my viewpoint, like my ethics. That is the cornerstone of my ethics. Since I heard that, like, who am I to tell somebody what they do with their life? Like, if you feel like your life is so far gone that this is the only way to get out of it, then who would I be to get in the way of that? Obviously, you need to think about the people in your life. You need to think about what you're leaving behind. But if you have no um objections to ending your life, if you really feel like that's what you need to do, then honestly, like, who am I to say not to? Like, if you really felt like you needed a tattoo, then I mean, if you want that tattoo, go get it. Right? Obviously, killing yourself is not the same as getting a tattoo, but the point is, the way that you live your life has nothing to do with me insofar as you as a person, right? Like, if you smoke cigarettes, that has nothing to do with me. You're killing yourself, right? So I'm not going to tell you don't smoke cigarettes because, again, whatever you do with your life, if you want to smoke cigarettes, then I say go nuts. And it might sound a bit abrasive to compare that to your own life or to somebody's human life, but honestly, I believe that. Like, it's not my place to tell you what to do with your life to begin with. Like, I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom. Like, I'm barely even a person that you are like connected to. In this case with this girl, I literally just met her. So how could she feel anything about me ending my life? Besides the fact that, you know, what she said, or I guess besides the fact that she doesn't know me, if some person had told me, I'm gonna go get a tattoo of my name spelled wrong, for example, I don't know, I thought of something stupid. Of course, I can tell you that's a dumbass idea. You're stupid for doing that. But if that's something you really want to do, it really doesn't matter what I say. What I say to you, if you dream every night about having a tattoo with your name spelled wrong, what does that really mean to me, right? If that's something you really want, if that's something you want to do, it would be disrespectful to tell you not to, because like if I am to respect you as a person, then that comes with understanding that you can make your own decisions as an adult. So like if that's what you want to do, then go nuts. And after hearing that, I was like, that didn't tell me I didn't that was didn't convince me to kill myself. Obviously, I'm still here. But that enlightened me to the fact that the world really doesn't revolve around me. Like even my own world doesn't revolve around me. I don't really live for myself. I'm not really doing anything in my day-to-day life because I want to. Because I want to change. I want to be a better person. I want to live life in a way that makes me happy. But what am I doing? I'm staying inside all day. I'm on Discord every day. I'm eating fucking DoorDash every day. Like, I'm not happy right now. If this is what I really wanted with my life, why does my life suck so bad? Right? And why would I make it her problem however I feel about myself? So that's when I started thinking about, you know, doing YouTube seriously, or doing vlogging seriously. I wasn't thinking about putting it on YouTube, honestly. I was just gonna keep it for myself. By the way, this conversation happened in 2023. I think late 2023. And I made this channel in 2025 in spring. So I would have probably started way earlier, but I was sharing a room. So I didn't want to make YouTube videos when I'm sharing a room, especially with well, anyways. Yeah, but I started in 2025 because, first of all, I had my own room when I moved here. More or less, like, you know, if you watch my old videos, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, that's when I started realizing this part of my life is very special to me. Like, the things that I'm doing right now, I will probably remember it forever, because I never had a traditional childhood, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I never had like a traditional childhood, in the sense that, like, I didn't go to high school. I didn't go to, like, oh, I didn't have a prom. Because I didn't go to high school, right? And I didn't even really get we were supposed to get 8th grade graduation. I didn't even get that because of COVID. And the differences between me and 2020 graduates, by the way, is I'm not being annoying about it. What's this? I'll read it later. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh shit. Wait, no, I'm not a bitch. Right. But yeah. So this part of my life is probably the happiest I've ever been. And, like, obviously I still have problems. Like, there's still things that I'm not sure about. But, like, if I didn't acknowledge that I'm in a better place, then really I just deserve to be a chud forever. Like, if you don't acknowledge how good you have it, even if your life is really bad, like, and this is rich coming from me, but if you don't acknowledge what you have when you have it, then your life is just gonna suck so much worse. Like, if I stopped to think about what I did have back then, I'm not saying I would have been happier, probably not, but I think it would have been easier to cope with the fact that my life was going the way it was. Like that probably would have made me realize that like I don't have to be a loser. I don't have to stay inside all day. I don't have to purposefully live a life that I'm not fulfilled in, because I make my own choices. I make my own decisions generally. Like as much decision making a 14 turning 15-year-old could make, or a 15 turning 16-year-old, or a 16 turning 17-year-old, or honestly a 17-year-old turning 18. Like these choices that I'm making in my life, like if I know that they're not making me happy, if I know I'm not living a life that I want to, then it really is up to me to do that, because like I'm not going to be there at my own funeral. I'm not going to see everybody cry for me. So if I expect that people are going to do that, if I don't give them a reason to mourn my death, then I'm just going to be another name, dead, remembered by nobody but my parents and like family, I guess. But even that only goes so far. I think the biggest fear that I have personally is not being forgotten necessarily, more like not being remembered. Like if obviously again that goes back to living the life that you want to live, and really I don't know if I'm living the life I want to live right now. Obviously I'm content, but like I'm not nearly where I want to be. And that's good. It's good to acknowledge that in the first place, I think. But also, you really have to acknowledge whenever things are going, whenever you're content with your life, you have to take that, and you have to accept that life is going the way that is comfortable enough. Like I'm in school right now, I'm in a relationship, I have like things that I want to do. Like I can't really die right now. Honestly, if I died right now, I'd probably be fine. Like that would suck. Don't get me wrong, that would suck. But like I haven't done nearly enough. Also, maybe I wouldn't. That wouldn't be fine. Never mind. I'd be a little upset if I died, because there's still so much I want to do. Um, where was I even going with that? But yeah, if you're not living the life that you want to live, then you really gotta make those changes yourself in any way that you can. Obviously, to the best of your ability, these things don't really, like, if your life sucks, your life sucks. There's not really anything you can do about it if your life objectively is the worst. Like if you have no friends, if you get no play, you're not good at anything. If you feel like the only happiness you can get is when you're inside, that's sad. But if that's really how you feel, then it's not really my place to tell you otherwise. But I'm saying if you feel like your life isn't amounting to anything, if you feel like you're not happy, you should try a change of environment. Because if you're just staying inside, if you know you're not happy and you're still just sitting inside on Discord all day, I hate to say it, but you're a fucking loser. Like I would tell myself that if I could have a conversation with him, obviously I wouldn't start out that way. And I think I would be receptive to, hearing that life isn't really going to change unless you change it. Oh, fuck. Oh, my fucking God. Dude. Okay. Yo, I almost just died. Bro, that was needlessly close. Anyways, like, if you don't realize that the changes in your life can only be made by yourself, then I don't know. You have to. There's also a level of personal responsibility in that, right? Like your life may suck, but if you're living a sucky shit ass life and you're just fine with that, like I don't know. Maybe you're not a loser. Like, cuz if you're ignorant to that fact, if you don't know that your life could be better, if you don't know what to do to make your life better, then like that's one thing. But if you're not making any steps to make room for yourself to improve, I don't know, like you got to open your mind, man. You have to be receptive to the change that you want to see in your own life. Cuz if you're not willing to accept that there is something wrong, or accept that, there is some sacrifice in improving yourself, like then nothing's going to change, right? Like if you don't want to do anything about it, if the way that you have, okay, think about it like this: the way that I just came up with right now, like if you're playing a roguelike or something, and your build is shit right now, like there is nothing you can do right now. Your build just sucks. You may as well just reset the game. That type of ass. Like in a game, there's nothing you can do about it, but in real life, like to a certain extent, you can definitely do something. Like it's never too late to make change, and that's something you have to realize too. Like it's really never too late. Um, I didn't start improving myself, or I didn't feel like there was any improvement until literally this year. But you got to keep at it. Like obviously, I don't really go to the gym that often, so I'm not gonna talk like pinnacle of human or anything. But like if you don't do anything about it, or like if you give up because it's just not going fast enough, then that's definitely a flaw. Like you have to realize some things take time, but also some things you will not happen. Basically, like you'll have to forget about some shit in order for it to actually start working out the way you want it to. Um, hey, that's another slept on topic though. Like some shit will not happen if you sit and watch it. Like just like how some niggas will not listen to you if you tell them what to do all the time. Like your life may not get better if you're babysitting it. Like you really just gotta live. Not in pursuit of a goal. Like living for a goal is good if you have a set goal in mind, but if you're living to find out what to live for, you need to take a step back. Like this might be horrible advice, but personally I think if you need a reason to live, you're not gonna find it by like constantly looking. You really have to just do shit. You just have to throw shit at the wall. Like you can't write a story without an idea, but you can't think of an idea sitting there trying to think of ideas, right? Like the best ideas come from like spur of the moment shit. Like I don't know, I'm not gonna come up with anything right now because again I am not the creative, but I do not like this music in this game. What was I saying? Like yeah, if you're sitting there constantly trying to think of how to better yourself, I think personally that it's just not really gonna go anywhere. In my experience, it hasn't really gone anywhere. And obviously you're different from me. I'm very much different from you, unless it's me watching. But like generally, because I don't. Anyways, I think that you gotta separate yourself from yourself, if that makes sense. You have to live your life not as who you are, but as somebody watching. Sometimes that's what really this channel is about too. Like I'm watching myself talk about some things, and I'm watching it, I'm like, yeah, I did not say some shit that I really wanted to say. So then I keep that in mind to like be more thorough in how I explain shit. I don't know if that shows yet, but that's something I'm trying to work on. You didn't see me miss that fish 3 times. No fucking no. That didn't happen. But you have to, I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I'm trying to get myself back on track. You gotta stop sometimes and realize there's really shit that you have to do. You have to get situated before you can start situating yourself, right? Like sometimes in life things are not gonna go your way, and they're never gonna go your way. But you have to also accepting that things will not go your way sometimes. Accepting that things cannot be changed. That's probably the biggest part of my own personal development that I had to realize, was that like some things in my life, whether it's because of my own actions or the actions of others, more on that. I have something to say about that, but like my own actions, you can't go back in time. You can't fix what's already been done, like retroactively. Like sometimes you put yourself in this situation and you're just gonna stay in it because either you didn't think hard about it, or life just isn't fair sometimes. Things just happen. In my mind, the way that I get through shit like that is realizing that, like, I can control my own actions, but I can't control. You can't control yourself all the time, right? Like, there's at any point in time, there's like three versions of you all coexisting at every point in time. It's like you in the present, you in the past, and then you in the future, right? Like, you cannot control yourself in the present, right? Your present you is not who you think it is. Like, how you are living right now, stay with me, is like you're going through your life making all of these decisions for the first time, right? Every decision that you make is usually made on the fly. Like, in a conversation, you cannot accurately predict every single conversation beat in a discussion with somebody, for example, right? So that's what I mean when I say that you're not really living the life that you think you are, like, generally, right? And obviously you can't change yourself in the past because the shit already happened. So you have to think about, not think about, you have to live for your future person, right? Everything that you do right now is in service for your future. Everything that you say, every calorie that you consume, every single time I click this mouse or I hold this mouse down, I'm working for my own future. You don't work for yourself in the present unless somebody's fucking attacking you or something. But even then, like, when you're being attacked by somebody, if you predict that some shit's about to go down, you're about to get in a fight, right? By engaging in that fight, you're not working with your current, like, present, in this moment interests in mind. You're working for the future, right? In an abstract sense. Like, I'm working right now. I'm building this shit because I want to get to the other side to continue building, to continue mining, so I can. I mean, I already got iron, but, like, I'm working right now for the future, basically, and the present moment, the present version of yourself is not you in the present per se. That is you in the past as the future person. Okay, I lost the plot. hold on. Stay with me. I need to recalibrate. Okay. Actually, one sec. Yes, this is your blinker checkpoint, just as much as it is mine. I need to get back on track here. Hold on. We'll even get big on you for a second. Right? Blinker checkpoint. I'm not blinking this, but you should do it if you're watching at home. If you're a kid, don't do drugs. If you're my advisors or if you have any sort of authority over me, you caught me. I'm a drug addict. Okay. Okay. Right. I have some candy here too. It's just we're just taking a little break because I have been talking for 40 minutes. Okay. Alright, now I have to figure out what I was talking about again. Bro, I was singing, wasn't I? Straight fire. Yeah, like, when you're working right now, like, everything you're doing right now is basically for the future, right? You're making money so you can buy shit in the future. You're doing all this shit right now because you want a better future for yourself and for the people that you care for. And even if you're working for yourself, like, you want a better future for yourself, not even necessarily for the people that you care for. if there's no people you care for, if there's nothing there that benefits you, if that's how you see life. And honestly, that's valid. I don't want to derail again, but realizing that your life, like, you share this planet with other people, of course. So, and I'm not saying that you need to be like a hyper individual person, because I believe that that is killing humans. Humans are going to die because of the rampant, like, prevalent thought of individuality, especially in America. But like, I feel like it's, well, I don't know if it's globally. I haven't been outside of the country in a year, so I don't know. But I will say, like, you should find it in your heart to care about people, but insofar as how you live your life, unless you have kids or something, like, you should really be living for yourself. And that's really the general idea of this way of thinking that I've been talking about, right? Like, you need to think for yourself in the future. If you want any sort of, like, if you want to change, right? This is the way that worked. This is the method basically that worked for me. Like, just focusing on working for the future. Everything that you're working for right now, is you are not going to see the fruits of that anytime soon. Like, recognizing that is the first part of real life change. Because if you think that shit is gonna get better in one day and it doesn't, I take it from me firsthand, that shit sucks. Like, realizing that like, this shit is not gonna get better anytime soon, and I still have to work in spite of that, that shit sucks. I'm not even gonna lie, that sucks. But if you can get past that as a person, you'll be better for it. Cause, like, the one thing I regret, I don't think I said it before, but the one thing I regret is not having any sort of way to remember what exactly I went through, right? Cause, like, I realize now that what I was going through, most people probably would not have ever, well, no. Like, they would have probably guessed that I was unhappy, but they wouldn't have guessed that, I had gone through however many years of college before actually coming here. Maybe I'm like a smart guy or whatever, but like, generally, like, people don't know what's wrong until you tell them, because they see their life. They're like, okay, I have this going on, I have this going on, and I have that going on. This is good, this is bad, this is, something I need to work on, and that's okay. Applying that to anybody else outside of your life that's just not stress that is really worth having in your life, at least to me. Because, like, and this is not in a selfish way, like, you should act in a way that benefits you and other people simultaneously to get the best results. But like, I always just assume that things are bad for everybody, because I know that things are bad for me. And if people always treated you as if they acknowledge what you're going through, it feels good to be acknowledged. I'm trying to say, it feels good to be acknowledged. So that's why I try to acknowledge people as best I can. And I recognize sometimes it might sound like I don't really have any, like, I'm always trying to play to both sides, but I feel very strongly about some things, and I'm just not willing to concede on those things. Anyways, yeah, like, working for the future is the best way to change. Acknowledging that you can't control other people and what they do is also very important, because, like, acknowledging that there's some things you can't take back and you just have to move forward despite your mistakes, that's difficult in itself. But it's arguably harder or easier. It could be, I don't know if it's easier or harder, honestly, but it's very difficult for me. It was very difficult for me to recognize that some people just are like that. Some people just act like that. And to take every single thing personally that's just, again, adding more stress to your life, but also that's just assuming the worst in people. Like, if it's obviously some shady shit, then you should press them about it. But, like, if somebody says something in joking, for example, like, in New Orleans, because I went for a conference, I was hanging out with, like, like I had hung out with these people before, but this trip was really when I got to know them. It was two people. One of them I literally just met. He was my roommate while we were there, and he's cool. He's chill. But we were going to, we were going out, like on Bourbon Street, and we reached like the back, and we were taking pictures, and one of them had said something about my piercing. Right? He said I was like gay or whatever for having a nose piercing. I think I had said something about being gay, or like calling somebody gay, and he was like, he said something about my nose piercing, my septum piercing being gay. Now, I could take that personally. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? How is it gay to have a septum piercing? But on the other hand, first of all, what good does that do me? Do I really care if I'm gay for having a septum piercing? Not really, because the hole is already there in my nose. I am not gay. I know I'm not gay. I know, maybe I appeared to be gay at some point in my life. Maybe it's documented on this fucking channel, and maybe anybody could pull up tapes and logs of me saying, what did I say? I had said that, like, okay, I think I said I want to be charitable to myself, because in saying this, I meant that I don't have any experience either way, so I can't really comfortably say that I'm gay or straight, because I have not had any really intimate connection with anybody. Now, to be fair, it would have made more sense to say that I was asexual, or no, it wouldn't, because like I still felt these emotions, but I had never applied them to like a real life person before. Like I've had crushes and stuff, but like I've never felt sexually about anybody. Of course, that's changed now, but back then, when people would ask me stuff like this, and I understand how, like, the way I said, I was like, I like what I like, but like I don't really have a preference, and that's very vague, right? So when you hear that, you're like, okay, he doesn't have a preference, so he likes men, and he's gay. Obviously, hopefully by my explanation, that explained that I am not gay. Of course, now I'm not gay. I'm in a heterosexual relationship, so I can't be gay, right? Unrelated, I want to be a Republican senator when I grow up. What was that saying? Yeah. But yeah, I could have taken what he said seriously. I could have taken it personally. And I've been called gay before plenty of times. So it's not really anything off my back at this point. It's whatever. Like, obviously, I don't like being called gay, but if you think my piercing's gay, then I mean, you're well within your right to feel that way. I can have my objections, but I can't really do anything about that. Obviously, it's more difficult if it's something that you actually care about. Like, if he was white and he called me the N-word, that would probably, I'd take that a bit more seriously, because that's not just a word. That's not just calling me gay because I look gay. That's calling me that word intentionally, knowing that it's going to make me feel something, right? And that's always been corny. No, I wasn't gonna sneeze. I just thought I'd make that stupid ass face for no reason. Yeah, but yeah, shit like that. You gotta realize that the way that you are entitled to your own opinion, everybody else is entitled to their own opinion, and that sucks sometimes. That really sucks, because like, genuinely, I don't want to hear some of this shit sometimes, but like, if I can say whatever I want to whoever I want whenever I want to, then like, as long as I have that right and that privilege, it goes both ways, or else it wouldn't be fair. So that's why, like, I don't know if you're 5 years old. It feels like at this point I'm saying shit that's kind of obvious, but maybe you need to hear this. Maybe you found this video because you need to hear what I'm saying. And that would make sense, because I'm saying some real shit right now. But if you don't want to be called something, or like if you don't want to get into something with somebody, like if you don't want to get rowdy, if you want to defuse a situation, then don't try to match their energy. Try to match their passion, right? again, listen to me because I sound like a fucking idiot right now, but listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to match their energy whenever you're trying to defuse, or like if you want to be on somebody's level, not even in like a hostile situation, but if you want to be on somebody's, like if you want to see eye to eye with somebody on something, then it's not trying to understand where they're coming from, more so trying to, well, you have to understand where they're coming from first, but to move forward after that, you more so have to realize that what they're saying, if it sounds like they care, even if it sounds like they might care, if it sounds like they're interested, then you have to be interested in it with them. At this point, we're moving away from how to improve as a person and more into like the social things. I feel like I've gotten more social recently, and I think it's because of these ideas that I'm about to share. This has made it easier to talk to people, because I used to have really, really bad social anxiety, and it's still pretty bad, but this has helped me in conversation more times than not, especially with like somebody that you're first meeting for the first time. Okay, I'm glad I saw this. This really helped me. So, like, understanding the reason why somebody might be passionate about something, like if it's on brand, if it's a part of the conversation, then of course you need to match their interest in it. That's how you have a conversation. Like, if I don't care about what you're saying, then it's not really gonna go anywhere, because I won't have any like base to touch with you on that. Like, if you know more about it than I do, then how am I gonna care, basically? But that's the wrong way to think about it, because it's not about what you do know and what you don't know. It's about how willing you are to learn about it, right? Like, if you don't care about it, then, if you don't care, you don't care. But if you want to have the conversation, if you want to continue with the conversation because you think they're cool or something like that, like if you're on a first date even, like, understanding that this is something that they care about, or this is something that they clearly want to have a conversation about, that's the way to have conversation. You have to match their passion in the conversation that you're having. Because imagine talking to somebody and they're like, really? Wow. Like, you're saying some shit that, you saw somewhere, like on the news or on TV or something, or even it's something you like. Like, I was talking to somebody earlier. Actually, it was the same guy. I'm not gonna say any names because I don't like implicating people in the dealings of this channel because of past and future actions. So I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, we were talking about like comics, like reading comics and stuff. We were talking about manga, and it turned to comics because I don't remember why, but that was something that we had in common. So imagine, like, he's introducing me to this channel, or we're talking about Cross, the comic, and I'm like, yeah, I want to get into it, but the writer for that book is like, is he the writer? I think he's the writer. The same guy that made The Boys. Like, I don't want to see that shit. Frankly, I do not want to see that shit. That's the main reason I don't want to get into The Boys. Pause. And also, I've been apprehensive about Cross, because, like, I don't want to read about the rape show where rape happens to kids and adults alike. Like, I don't want to see that shit. So imagine then if we're talking about that, we get to that topic, and instead of continuing to be engaged in it by saying the reasons I don't want to, get into it, even though I've heard so much about it. Imagine if I was like, yeah, I heard they rape people in that comic. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll read it, maybe. I don't know. Knowing I'm not gonna read that shit. Like, no. Like, and if I had done that, I never would have known that there was actually a good arc in the comic that was, like, compelling. And it's not just the rape show where rape happens to kids and adults alike. It's like the rape comic where they rape people because there's, like, a virus or something. And everybody likes to rape people and can kill them and eat them instead of, I don't know. Like, apparently, and it feels a bit unfair to say this about it without having actually read it, based on just The Boys, but shit, dude, it feels like that's all he writes about is just people doing horrible shit for no reason. Uh, but yeah, if I like, and of course now knowing what I know now because we actually had a conversation about it, like I'm not gonna just disregard it entirely, even though there's some shit in there that I don't want to see. Like the point of art is to be provocative, right? So like if I want to be provoked, if I want to enjoy this piece of art, and it is art, even if you don't like it, it's still art, right? As long as it's constructive. Like I'm more interested in it, having that conversation, and I never would have got that if I intentionally blocked it out because it's something I don't like. That's something you have to do with like more so with criticism than I don't know comic books that you're not so into, but that's a very valuable. That was just an example. It's very valuable to have that skill to separate criticism from disparagement, right? And realizing that some disparagement, you know, like however you cope with it is your call, but the way I cope with it is like I don't know. Obviously the way you lived your life has led you to make conclusions of this nature. So like if you think my shit is gay, then whatever. Like I'm not gonna. Oh my fucking god. Okay. And it killed all of the iron. That's incredible work. Thank you, Mr. Creeper. If it happens again, I'm deleting the game and I'm not playing again. By the way. But yeah, like imagine if I just accepted, or if I didn't just accept that was the way that he thought. Like I would hold that shit to my chest forever. Like oh my god, he thinks my shirt is fucking gay. He thinks my piercing is fucking gay. I'm so gay or whatever. I was definitely gonna say something else, but like no man, it's you don't have to do that to yourself. You gotta understand. Some people just want to see you lose. Like, and that's okay. Some people don't like bugs. Some people sit in the sun until it burns their skin, and they find joy in that. Some people are just hateful and evil and rude, and you gotta accept all of it. You gotta accept the nature of humans is violent and rude and abrasive, usually for no reason other than the pure love of the game. And the moment you realize that, that's when life really opens up. Like, not everybody's gonna be your friend. Not everybody wants to be your friend, even. Some people you don't want to be friends with. So, it does work in your favor that not everybody wants to be your friend. Right? The point is, like, sometimes you just gotta accept that things happen. Some things are good, some things are bad. And understanding how to move past a bad situation, learning that skill is the best thing that'll happen to you. I promise. Because like if you recognize that okay, this isn't going my way today, instead of realizing that it could go your way tomorrow or next year, next month, first of all, you're never gonna change. But also you're just gonna be like, shit never goes my way. I'm just gonna end my life. Without realizing that shit wasn't going your way because of the Rothschild family and the overwhelming prevalence of Israel in the United States government. Like you would die not knowing that your life is literally being orchestrated to be as horrible as possible. Right? So you have to live your life knowing that sometimes life is just gonna suck. And if you don't ever get past that, then honestly you're just not built for life. And that's okay too. Like if you're not built to live a life that makes you uncomfortable, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to feel like less than a person for that. You just have to acknowledge that your life isn't really worth anything. Like if once you get past that, it'll be easy. And if you can't come to that realization, if you live your life miserable knowing that, your life sucks because it is, and that turns you into a miserable person, it's well within your right to do that, but you just again have to acknowledge that you are in fact a miserable person and you'll never be happy. And sometimes like you're just not meant to be happy. Those people are just not meant to be happy. And that might sound harsh or like rude or just wrong, but you can't seriously expect every single person on earth to have been born with the purpose of being happy. Like, some people could have everything and they still won't be happy. So trying to make sense of that is just it's a wasted effort, I think. Like, some people are just unhappy, and that's okay. And it's not your job, it's not your initiative to change people. Like, you should work to improve the lives of others around you in like a general sense, but don't make it your life's goal to, like, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but don't make it your life's goal to be the one to save everybody, because that's just, at that point, it's just selfish. Because what are you doing the work for other people for, right? Obviously, be kind, work in the best interests of others. Hyper individuality is a bad thing that should not be celebrated. But sometimes you just gotta realize some people are too far gone to really do anything, and that's okay. And realizing that in yourself is the first part of getting better, actually. Like, realizing that things are really bad, that's how you realize that, there is something to be done. Once you figure out what makes you live, the rest will start coming the way that you want it to. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I've been yapping this whole time. I haven't even been talking about the game. But honestly, like, you know what Minecraft is. It's a game. You probably played it. And this spider doesn't give a fuck about me, and I killed him for it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was some real shit, though. This is a good time to... Ooh! It's a good time to say that, if you ever want to talk to me, you should follow my Instagram. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm hungry. I mean, I've been recording for an hour. Should I just end it in the mine? Am I gonna remember where I came from if I open this game again? Honestly, we'll just end it here. I'm not really in any rush. I do kind of want to keep playing, but no, we'll just end it here. Oh, which one is it? F4? F5? Yep, F5. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm Insani May Cry. This has been Minecraft number 2. I think this one's longer than the last one. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Yeah. Let me know if this video really resonated with you. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. That's a good idea. Yeah. If you want me to talk about something, if you want to know my opinion on something, leave it in the comments. I see that I don't like talking about the views on this channel, because that's not what I'm doing it for, but I'm noticing people are watching my videos more. And I'm at 13 subscribers right now. At this point, I don't have 13 people that I introduced this channel to, so some of you people I don't know in person. I hope this video gives you, I guess the channel, honestly, gives you a better insight into who I am as a person. Maybe if you think I'm cool if you see me in person, don't come up to me. Because, like, I'm still a person at the end of the day. But more importantly, oh shit, I'm still in the game. Wow, there's torches around. They're not gonna get me. What was I saying? Yeah, watch my other video, my part 1 video, because I wasn't really saying anything in that video, but okay, now I'm rambling. Last thing, my microphone, the audio was definitely quieter than the game. and that I was talking about it basically the whole time. So I apologize. That like I even in the game I turned the volume down and it still was really bad. So I know this video is better because I did a sound test. So yeah, I hope you noticed the difference. I guess I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching. Stay blessed, everybody. I'll see you. Oh, tomorrow's Good Friday, isn't it? Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday? And I'm making a video? What? Okay, well, that's a nice surprise. I thought it was Thursday. I so thought it was Thursday. Okay, well, yeah, I'll see you probably not on Thursday. I probably will see you on Friday. Excuse me. Yeah, I better go. Thank you. See you Thursday. I mean, Friday. See you on Friday. For Good Friday. Yeah.